That's a telescope.
Yeah, telescope to find out where you're going. Anyway, this is what a sight. This is the Empire State Building. What can I say? It's an honor to be here. I can't describe the feeling. I cannot describe the feeling. It's terrific. Just take a look out beyond there. Go across to the other side. You can see into this incredible skyscrapers. What a view!
And also the Statue of Liberty. I'm zooming in on the Statue of Liberty right now.
Grand Canyon. This is an absolute magnificent sight. I really can't tell you. I cannot put it into words how incredibly breathtaking it is. Anyway, to tell you a bit about the canyon, it was first discovered by a non-Native American in 1540, named Mr. Don Lopez de Cardenas, and from what we know, the figures are that it covers an average of 1,900 miles, square miles. It's 18 miles wide and 1 mile deep. Absolutely phenomenal. And you really have to come and see it here yourself to get the feeling and the vibe. Believe me, I would not want to look too far over the edge. It is very vast. Reporting from Memphis, and this is the very gates of Elvis Presley. These are his gates right here, as you can see. Unfortunately, today they closed. They're doing something after Christmas, as it's Christmas time. But I will be coming back tomorrow to go into the actual house. I can't tell you what it feels like to be here. Actually meeting a gentleman who works in this hotel who's one of the hosts, and apparently I've been told that he was a very good friend of the King, Elvis, back in the early days, because he is from Memphis. So we're going to be hopefully interviewing him a little bit later on. Until then, enjoy your whatever you're doing, and I'm just going to dig into some breakfast. See you later. Natasha Jenssen, reporting from the world-famous Jack Binion's Horseshoe Casino Hotel in a place called Tunica, Mississippi, just outside of Memphis. And it's an honor to be here today. And I have one of the very special hosts of the casino hotel called Mr. George Cline, and I'm about to interview him. It's nice to meet you.
Hey Natasha, nice to meet you. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
We'd like to know everything about your job here and how it is, how long you've been here, and what goes on here.
Well, I'm what you call a host or greeter here at the Horseshoe Casino in Tunica, Mississippi, which is on the suburbs of Memphis, Tennessee. And I do public relations for the casino. I represent the casino. If there's an event, they send me out, and I maybe present an award or a donation to a charity. And then my everyday job is greeting guests as they come to the casino, and taking care of what they need. The good players, I mean, in what they call the high roller department. We take care of their food and their limousines and their gift shop and any problems that they may have in the casino. It's more of really a public relations type job.
And it's very glamorous. It's very fascinating. I mean, it's done up very well. I suppose a lot goes on here with entertainment and music. I think live bands.
We have a showroom here that seats right around 1,500 people, and we have all of the big stars come here: Julio Iglesias, Jay Leno, Smokey Robinson, the Temptations, the Four Tops, Johnny Rivers. They've all played our room. Even Ringo Starr's played our room, and we get a lot of big talent here.
You do. So it's kind of a big attraction.
And Joe Cocker was here several weeks ago.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
And how long has it actually been here?
The Horseshoe Casino has been open almost 6 years, and I've been here with them a little over 6 years.
Right, that's fantastic. And you get all kinds of people staying here. It's people just come together and they stay here.
Well, that's what's happening. At first, when we first opened, Natasha, a lot of people would drive down from Memphis or Little Rock or Nashville or Chicago and gamble, and they'd drive back home. And now we have the big hotels. We have as many rooms in Tunica, Mississippi now as they do in downtown Memphis. And now Tunica, Mississippi is the 3rd largest gaming area in America. There's Las Vegas, Atlantic City, and Tunica, Mississippi.
That's fantastic. So it's kind of really building everything up and getting people coming over. It's making it very popular.
Exactly. It's amazing what has happened here.
Now, also, I believe, I've been told, a little birdie told me, that you were actually a friend, a very good friend of the King, Elvis Presley.
That's right. Elvis and I went to high school together, and we became fast friends in school. I got out of school, I went into radio and television in Memphis, and Elvis started recording for Sun Records, and I became very popular in Memphis. Had my own television show for 12 years in Memphis, like a Ready, Steady, Go. Remember that show they had in England?
Yeah.
I had a show like that in Memphis. And then I was on the radio for 30 years in Memphis, and traveled with Elvis a year before he went in the Army. When he got out of the Army, I went to Hollywood and hung out with him when he was in a lot of his movies. I was in Jailhouse Rock, Viva Las Vegas, Frankie and Johnny, a lot of his pictures. And then when Elvis got married, he invited me to be a groomsman at his wedding. When I got married, I was the best man at Elvis's wedding. And I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but I happen to have a small picture here. This is a picture. Maybe your cameraman can zoom in on it. Elvis was the best man at my wedding right there.
Wow, the best man at his wedding. Can you get that?
Yes, I got it.
All right.
Is that, you got to...
Yeah, I've zoomed in on it, yes.
Wow. Isn't that, oh, that's wonderful. The best man at your wedding.
He gave me this ring right here. He gave me that ring for my birthday one year in about 1971.
Right.
Gave me 2 Cadillacs.
He did. He was wonderful. I believe
He was
gave
very
a lot of
generous.
stuff away. What was he like? Tell us how he was. What really was he?
Elvis Presley, Natasha, was a very nice person. Very, very nice. He was a gentleman. He was very courteous as far as that all goes. Had a lot of great manners. He was always pleasant to be around. And he was very talented. Extremely talented, obviously, with all the big hits and the movies he made. And then, too, he was very generous. As I alluded to a moment ago, he gave away Cadillacs like most people would give away neckties. And he must have given away over 150 Cadillacs. And he gave people homes. And he just was so nice of a guy. All he actually wanted was loyalty from his friends. And you gave him loyalty, and he gave it back to you 1,000 times. He really, really was a down-to-earth, nice person.
It's fantastic. And he had a hell of a life, too. I mean, he got it.
Amazing, yeah. He certainly did have a great life.
So he was really in the limelight for quite a young age.
Yes, you're right, exactly. He started recording in 1954 for Sun Records. He was with the Sun label almost 2 years before he really hit it big with Heartbreak Hotel. So you're talking about 1890. He was about 21 when he hit it really big time with the movie Jailhouse Rock, Love Me Tender, and Loving You. And they had Sullivan shows and all that. He was quite young, but he handled it very well.
So you knew him really right through his lifetime.
Oh, I knew him from the 8th grade on. Well, coincidentally, we were just in the exact same class from the 8th grade on until he passed away.
And he was great. He had such imagination. He was so creative. He loved kids.
Loved kids. Had a lot of imagination. He was very educated in his own way, and he was very intelligent.
That's fantastic. And of course, obviously we knew his family quite well.
Oh, Lisa and Priscilla, sure know him well. I see Priscilla maybe once a year, and I see Lisa a couple times a year.
That's lovely. That's great. And the wonderful thing is, even though he left us, technically he didn't really leave us. The spirit lives on.
The spirit lives on.
As the legend will live on forever. And of course, we have Graceland just around the corner, which is obviously a huge, huge attraction to Memphis. Everybody will pour in.
It's like our Buckingham Palace.
Of course, it's the celebrities of this area. And it's wonderful to know that, and it's really been a great honor to meet you.
Thank you.
Will we be able to keep this?
You sure may.
That's wonderful.
You tell the Queen I said hello.
I will. Before we leave you...
I want a spot of tea.
It's not something too big. We couldn't leave without giving you something in the
British tea.
It's British. It's 100%.
Can I open it on TV?
You can, of course you can. You're welcome.
I may need roadblock to open it for me.
It is the real thing.
No.
And if you just smell that pure tea, I know that English tea is a big, famous...
Oh! It's British tea.
It is
Oh,
British
I can have
tea.
my spot of tea now.
Of course you can.
Well, with my own
Just
British
boiling
spot of
water.
tea. This is marvelous.
That's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
It's
the least
British
you can do.
tea. Smells so good, yes. Thank you so much.
It's been an honor, really. Thank you for giving us some time out of your
Oh, this is wonderful. Thank you, Natasha.
It's been a pleasure.